Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about a project that we've already covered in the past, but I'm looking to go back to this project because of a subscriber's request. And this project is basically called Keep3R version 1 or KP3R token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects that we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website Keep3r.network in order to learn more about this project, right? So again, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to rely on information presented on CoinMarketCap to provide a peripheral analysis. But I highly recommend you guys to do a lot of in-depth research before purchasing this token, right? So again, what is Keep3R or KP3R? So Keep3R version 1 is a decentralized platform designed to facilitate the coordination between projects that need to source outside development operations and those who can provide those required services. Essentially, the project serves as a job board that facilitates the interaction between job posters such as decentralized finance protocols and job executors such as keepers. The tasks performed by keepers range from submitting and calling transactions on chain to completing complex operations off-chain. Keep3R version 1 uses an ERC20 token, KP3R, for governance and to provide rewards to keepers. Again, what is this project? So, to provide a summary of this statement, Keep3R is basically a platform that's designed to facilitate coordination between a particular project that needs outside source or any form of developers or people in order to access in order to be functional, right? And it connects basically people who are requiring other people for jobs or tasks with people who are seeking to obtain these jobs or tasks, right? So it's basically a decentralized job portal, just like how you would use LinkedIn or Indeed. This is basically a decentralized version of LinkedIn or Indeed, just to put it simple, right? So it basically allows this to happen in a decentralized manner, whereby people can post job postings such as decentralized finance protocols and job executors such as keepers who will interact with each other in order to find the best possible candidate or the best possible job in order to kind of advance their career or any other opportunities with regards to jobs or career management, right? So that's basically what Keep3R provides. It's a very, very novel concept, and it's a project that I've been definitely a big fan of since the last time I've covered this project. And the project has a very good short-term potential, but in the long run, I think this project like these will basically be kind of like the norm when it comes to job searches, especially in the crypto as well as DeFi world, right? So Keep3R uses an ERC20 token standard, and it's basically governed by the governance token called KP3R, which is the native token as well. And this token basically can be used for voting within the platform and can also provide rewards to people who are known as keepers or job executors, right? So those job executors are known as keepers, and people who hold KP3R tokens are basically rewarded with a reward mechanism that's built into the system, right? So that's basically what it is. The project was first announced on October 22nd, 2020. It launched on the Ethereum mainnet in beta mode on October 28th of 2020. So again, these are some of the timelines of the project itself. And if you see, the project is almost a year old. In 2 months, the project will be a year old. And it's still a very nascent project which has a lot of potential to grow, right? So again, who are the founders of Keep3R version 1? Keep3R version 1 was founded by Andre Cronje, a blockchain engineer and application developer who recently rose to prominence following the launch of DeFi project Yearn Finance and the explosive growth of its governance token YFI, which saw a 1,300 times increase in value during the first 2 months of existence in 2020. So again, not much background is needed for Andre Cronje, who is also the founder of KP3R or Keep3R, and he is again known as one of the most popular guys in the crypto space. and he founded another project called Yearn.finance, which is one of the most premium DeFi projects on the Ethereum blockchain. And again, since the inception of Yearn Finance, it became extremely popular. And last year during the DeFi summer, Yearn Finance's token basically at one point was worth 3 times more than a Bitcoin. It was actually when it launched, it was somewhere around $500 to $700 per token, but it became more valuable than Bitcoin itself, and it was in the top 20s and even the top 15s at one point. So that was a very popular token. The Yearn Finance protocol itself was a very groundbreaking innovation, which was again copied and forked by multiple different, not only Ethereum-based projects, but also by projects on the Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, and so on and so forth, right? And that was basically the poster child of Andre Cronje. And since Keep3R was also solely founded by him, the project had extremely high expectations in the very beginning. Although the project necessarily did not get a lot of attention as Yearn Finance, it is still a very unique and innovative project nonetheless, right? So again, that's the background of Andre Cronje. Cronje previously served as a head of innovation and technology at the Fusion Foundation, the organization behind the Fusion protocol, where he led initiatives related to decentralized applications technology, partnerships, and implementations. He also worked as chief code reviewer and contributor at Crypto Briefing, head of technology at fintech firm Freedom, and head of technology at ShopRite Group, in addition to serving in blockchain technology development roles in BitDM, KP3R, and Lemniscape. So again, these are some of the other kind of backgrounds of Andre Cronje. So they are basically going in depth about what his experiences and where he's worked before. He does have a lot of experience when it comes to blockchain technology and DeFi in general, and that kind of helped him generate this platform, right? Despite the incredible growth of Yearn.finance and YFI, Cronje has stated that his goal in launching new platforms is to empower developers, not speculators, by providing them with ease of use products and design templates. Again, one of the core things about Andre that makes him in some ways comparable to Satoshi Nakamoto himself is the fact that Andre cares more about the quality of the project and whether it solves a real life problem rather than just allowing speculators to take over a project, right? Satoshi obviously wanted to create a decentralized world where all forms of currencies are fully controlled by the people, and that basically led to Bitcoin, right? So similar to that, Andre Cronje, despite creating one of the most popular DeFi tokens in history, he did not pre-mine any of those tokens. He basically allowed for all the, I believe, 30,000 max tokens of Yearn Finance or YFI tokens to be fairly and freely available to everyone, without him actually pre-mining a section of it, right? Which was one of the reasons why Yearn Finance became popular and it was successful, and he was closely regarded as DeFi Satoshi Nakamoto, right? But all that being said, Keep3R is again a project that is obviously aiming to solve a particular problem, and that's basically what Cronje wanted it to be, right? And he does not really want a project that he's created to become riddled with speculators rather than solving an actual real world problem, right? And that's one of the core psychological as well as philosophical beliefs that Cronje had when he developed this project. So that's again a bit of a background about the project itself and what it does. Now let's look at the factors that make Keep3R very unique, right? So again, Keep3R version 1 seeks to reduce the upkeep faced by blockchain-based projects that utilize large numbers of smart contracts to power increasingly complex systems. These projects often require external actors to complete tasks, and Keep3R version 1 is designed to be a decentralized ecosystem for projects and developers to work to more efficiently work together. So why would you invest your money or even other tokens into this particular token, right? So one of the main reasons why you should definitely look into this project is because of the fact that Keep3R basically seeks to reduce the upkeep faced by blockchain-based projects. So what it aims to do is it aims to instead of trying to allow for highly complex smart contracts to allow for seemingly complicated systems to run. His main like this project's main focus is basically to ensure that projects are not really controlled by external actors, and it's not as complicated as people seem to think it is. This project mainly focuses on making things easier for everyone to use and make it fully decentralized for peer-to-peer functioning of let's say job creations, for example, right? So that's basically one of the main reasons why this project is something that needs to be looked at. The network relies on keepers who provide smart contracts, bots, or scripts that are able to execute transactions or trigger events. To use the platform, a project submits a smart contract that is reviewed and approved by a bonded keeper, one that has received and locked KP3R in the platform. Projects can set rules regarding which keepers may take a job, such as requiring a minimum bonded stake of KP3R or a certain number of already completed jobs. Keepers are rewarded in KP3R for completing jobs, although a project may submit Ether or ETH in exchange for KP3R equivalent credits. Again, this particular section talks about how the project works. So the entire network of Keep3R works on people called keepers, right? So these are people who provide smart contracts, bots, or scripts that will enable the execution and will trigger events within the system. So these keepers basically form the backbone of this ecosystem, right? And also, in order to use the platform, a project submits a smart contract that is reviewed and approved by a bonded keeper. So in order to function properly, a project must submit smart contracts which will be reviewed and approved by a bonded keeper. A bonded keeper is someone who bonds their KP3R tokens, and that's basically required in order for a keeper to become a bonded keeper, and they are responsible for approving and reviewing smart contracts that are submitted for the project, right? And again, there are certain benefits of becoming a keeper. In order to do your service, you are rewarded with KP3R tokens, the native tokens of this ecosystem, or you can even get Ether in return, which is also a really valuable cryptocurrency. So within the Ethereum blockchain, if you are getting Ether, you're basically getting paid to use gas on the Ethereum blockchain, right? So that's basically something that most keepers will get as a reward for their service, right? Crony has said that Keep3R version 1 has the added benefit of allowing for a development of dApps that would otherwise not be possible, including Meta Wallet, a smart contract wallet that does not require transactions or gas fees, and UniHedge, an impermanent loss mitigation system. So again, apart from these factors, one other reason why you may want to look into this project is because Andre Cronje, the founder himself, he stated that one of the benefits of one of the benefits of using this platform is because it has allowed for the development of dApps that would otherwise not be possible. So again, you can use this platform to develop dApps that may not necessarily be possible in the current system, because again, you currently need to pay high gas fees depending on the network's requirement on Ethereum in order to transact with a particular dApp, right? But what Keep3R basically aims to do is allows for potential creation of meta wallets, a smart contract wallet. A wallet itself is a smart contract which does not require any form of gas fees or transaction fees to be paid, which means if you use Meta Wallet for any form of DeFi applications, you won't need to pay any form of transaction fees or gas fees, which is going to save a lot of time and is going to increase a lot of adoption for people, because people are getting really tired of these gas fees on Ethereum. And obviously Ethereum 2.0 is coming pretty soon, but people are glad that they have alternatives such as Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, and several other chains, but they still want to use DeFi on Ethereum which is basically the birthplace of all things DeFi, right? But since that's not currently possible, they're looking for alternate solutions. But projects like Keep3R can basically enable DeFi to still happen on Ethereum until Ethereum 2.0 comes into play, using these kind of smart contract based developed wallets such as Meta Wallet that can easily reduce or even completely make it gas free, right, to transact on the Ethereum blockchain. And also Uni-Hedge, which is basically an impermanent loss mitigation system, which is one of the biggest problems of any liquidity provision on the crypto space, right? If you're providing liquidity, you are going to suffer from impermanent loss, but if you provide liquidity for stable coins, then your impermanent loss will be significantly lower, that is completely absent, right? But if you're providing liquidity for any volatile asset pairs on Uniswap or SushiSwap, then you're definitely going to suffer from impermanent loss. But you can basically get away from that using Uni-Hedge, which will definitely reduce impermanent loss issues or even completely remove it altogether, right? So that's one of the other reasons why you need to look into Keep3R. So again, let's look at the final section, which is going to talk about how secure this project is or how secure this platform is, right? Keep3R is an Ethereum-based platform that utilizes KP3R, an ERC20 governance token, which means it relies on the Ethereum blockchain to validate any on-chain KP3R transactions. Ethereum uses a proof-of-work consensus algorithm in which miners compete among each other to add new blocks to the blockchain, and a majority of all nodes in the network must confirm a record for it to be posted. So again, since KP3R token as well as the platform Keep3R itself runs on the Ethereum blockchain, they're basically relying on the security of Ethereum. And as we know, Ethereum is one of the most secure blockchains in the world right now. And the fact that they're basically able to leverage Ethereum security means that this platform doesn't really have to worry about an additional security means or a consensus mechanism that can secure them, right? They're basically relying on the security of Ethereum, which again has worked very well for several projects. In fact, some of the most popular DeFi platforms that store billions of dollars in total value locked are on Ethereum and are relying on Ethereum security. So Keep3R is also just one of them, right? Within the Keep3R version 1 platform itself, bonded keepers are responsible for managing and approving jobs and for managing keepers, including settling disputes and blacklisting bad actors if necessary. Again, within the platform itself, as we saw before, keepers, who are some of the most fundamentally important objects within the ecosystem, they basically are responsible for managing and approving jobs, and also settling disputes and blacklisting bad actors as well, right? The project's smart contracts were audited at the end of October 2020 by PeakShield, a blockchain security company, before it went live. The audit found that Keep3R was well designed and engineered and covered no critical security flaws, but it did identify some potential medium to high severity risks that Cronje stated have been logged and updated. So again, PeakShield was one of the popularly well-known auditing firms on the crypto space. They audited this platform on October 2020, and they found a very well-designed platform with no actual major issues, but there are certain potential medium to high-level risks that could potentially cause some bugs on the platform, which Andre Cronje has already identified and fixed, right? So again, the platform is fully secure, and that's the main point of this paragraph, right? So again, now that we've discussed about this platform, I just want to show you guys the website itself. So if you go to keep3r.network, you can see a very simple and similar layout to Yearn Finance's former website, and it's pretty much the exact same thing. You can easily see the similarities between this design as well as Yearn Finance's initial design. And you basically have the platform where you can bond KP3R, and you can find Keep3R as well as you can find the jobs. You need to collect your wallet. Obviously, if you want to participate in governance, you just go to the governance section and then participate in governance, because It's pretty simple, straightforward website, right? Nothing really to do. Even if you choose to not participate on the ecosystem itself, the token by itself is something of a very rare and unique token to hold. And it does have some really good short-term potentials and potentially some really good long-term potential as well, right? So let's go to the coin market cap page for this token. So KP3R is currently ranked 599th by market cap on coin market cap, and is currently trading at $187.11 at the time of this video, with a 6.99%, close to 7% increase in the past 24 hours, right? And if you see the market cap is $37.4 million in market cap, less than $50 million in market cap. So a project that's developed by Andre Cronje being less than $50 million, with such a unique value proposition, and it aims to basically make the entire job ecosystem fully decentralized. I think this project is extremely undervalued, in my personal opinion. Again, not financial advice. If you go to the max supply, you can clearly see the token has about 201,000-ish token as max supply, which is a very low supply. Again, this is extremely scarce, even scarcer than Bitcoin and several other big projects. So a token with such inbuilt scarcity built into it is a very important feature for price appreciation, right? And if you see, about 99% of the tokens are already in circulation, which means there's no inflationary pressure. That means the token can easily pump extremely well. And again, that's one of the reasons why I'm stating that this token has some really good chances of becoming a very good short-term player, right? Many traders are taking advantage of this token. So people who are both short-term as well as long-term traders, or short-term or long-term hodlers, you guys will definitely find this token extremely interesting, because it satisfies both the niche criteria, right? With 99% tokens in circulation, there's literally nothing that can move this token price sideways or crash this token, because there's no inflationary pressure, right? And that's a very powerful tool, which makes me really like this token, right? And if you take the charts, again, the most interesting section of this video. So if you see the price point of this token since October 28th of 2020, the token was initially worth $64.84, and it easily pumped and then reached $303 before coming back down to about $97 in November of 2020. And then it pumped again, reaching an all-time highs of about $543 before crashing back down to $209. And then it reached back up again to $480 and crashed back down again to $280. And then it moved up again, again reaching $390 before crashing back down. So you can clearly see a pattern here, right? So this is one of the main reasons why I'm saying that this is a really good short-term play as well as a good long-term play, because you can easily predict the price of this token and what it's going to do, and easily take advantage of these short-term factors to make some really good gains in the short term, right? If you see, the token reached an all-time lows of about $88 or $71 or $66 even during July 20th of 2021. If you had bought it at that price point, you would have made a really good gain when the token easily went up to $150 per token 6th of August before coming back down, retesting $138, $140, and then pumping back up again to close to $200, and now it's cooling down, right? It seems like this token can easily pump and quickly dump. So that's going to make this token a very good token for traders. It's a trader-friendly token for people who want to dabble with this token for short term. If you are a long-term player, you can easily see the patterns as well, right? So if you're a long-term hodler of this token, you can clearly see that the all-time highs was about $556. That was December of 2020, right? If you see, the token price is 187-ish, right? So you're basically buying it at 1/5 of the price of what it was, or 1/4 or 1/5 of the price of what it was just a year back. And people are still believing that the bull run is not over yet, which I personally believe that the bull run is probably only going to get over maybe early next year or even mid next year. I think this bull run may probably be a longer bull run, and therefore we will see a lot of tokens pumping extremely hard. And tokens like KP3R is going to be one of those tokens that's going to pump extremely hard, right? Again, not financial advice, but if you want to look into buy this token, you have two options. If you're a short-term buyer, you obviously can get much better prices if you want to wait. So if you're a short-term trader or a hodler, then you can probably wait. This token can easily go down the same way it easily goes up. So now it's up, you need to just wait for this token to go down. So this is the right time for you to do some research. So you can wait till this token goes below maybe this $175 or even $170. That would be the trigger point for you to kind of dollar cost average in, or just buy a lump sum of this token and hodl onto it, right? So again, that's something that I would personally do if I was a short-term trader. But since I'm a long-term trader, the option 2 applies, which is basically if you buy this token at this price point, you are still buying it at a significant discount compared to its previous all-time highs of $550 or $60 last year. So if you are a long-term hodler, I think this token can easily cross the $1,000 mark. So that would be a good gain if you're a long-term hodler. So if you buy this token at this price point, you're still buying it at a significant kind of like a discount, right? But if you want to wait, you will still get good opportunities to buy this token below the $175 to $170 mark, where you can get it for an even more discounted price, right? So regardless of whether you're a short-term or long-term hodler, I would suggest you to probably wait a bit to get a slightly better price. Even though if you still decide to FOMO into this token, you are still getting it at a very good discount compared to its all-time highs, right? That's just my opinion, not financial advice. If we go to the Bitcoin comparative, you can clearly see that the Bitcoin comparative looks much better than the dollar comparative. If you want to accumulate this token with more, if you want to accumulate more Bitcoins with this token, then I think this is a much better opportunity compared to the dollar comparative. So if you see the token price, it was initially worth 0.01 BTC per token in October, end of October, and then it crashed down, reached 0.008 BTC, and then reached an all-time highs of about 0.027 BTC. That was December 2020, before crashing back down to a lows of about 0.006 BTC, went back up slightly and then crashed back down, and then was moving quite sideways. But if you can clearly see, it was not actually moving sideways, it was basically bouncing up and down, making some small gains here and there, and then it kind of was going down, reached an all-time lows of 0.002 Bitcoin per token, before kind of like peaking a little bit and making some decent gains for the short term of about 0.003 BTC from 0.002 BTC early August this month, and then it's now kind of like in the 0.003 BTC range, right? So if you are looking to buy this token with Bitcoin comparative, you can clearly see that this token has significantly dropped in price point. That's not only because of the fact that this token itself is probably getting dumped, but also because of the price of Bitcoin going up as well, right? So if Bitcoin price goes up, then the volatility of all these altcoins will be extremely high, and that means any token that's getting dumped already will probably be lower in the tier when it comes to Bitcoin comparative if Bitcoin goes up by itself, right? So what I'm trying to say is, if you see, since Bitcoin is slightly going upper and upper every single day, retesting the $50,000 mark and trying to break its resistance at the price point, projects like KP3R are going lower or even moving sideways, which means there's this accumulation phase and accumulation opportunity to get this token with some spare Satoshis or Bitcoins, right? So if you see the price point right now, if you buy it right now at 0.003 BTC per token and you sell it at an all-time highs of about 0.02, you're making some considerable Satoshi gains, right? And I think the previous all-time highs that happened in December 2020 was nothing. I feel like the new all-time high that's going to come in by the end of this year or early next year is going to be significantly higher for this token, and that's going to cause some really mind-melting gains, right? Not only in the Bitcoin comparative, but also in the dollar comparative as well. So if you look at the Bitcoin comparative, it looks like it is on a much better buy opportunity than the dollar comparative, although you can technically get it for a slightly cheaper price in the Bitcoin comparative as well. But if you see the chart, you can clearly see that this token has not really done a lot in the Bitcoin compared to the past month or so. So you can easily get this token by dollar cost averaging in using your Satoshis or Bitcoins at this price point and hold on to it and then sell it once it goes up late this year or early next year, right? So that's just my opinion, guys, not financial advice. So going to the places where you can buy this token, you can obviously buy this token from several popular decentralized and centralized exchanges. The first exchange is obviously Binance. You have a lot of liquidity. You can buy this token with BNB, BUSD, or BTC as well, I believe. You can also get it from OKEX, which is also a centralized, popular tier 1 centralized exchange. You can get it from Uniswap version 3. You can also get it from Uniswap version 2, SushiSwap, as well as, I believe 1inch as well, exactly. So you have a lot of liquidity from Binance, so Binance would be the best location to get it from. Or if you don't want to get it from Binance, or for some reason Binance is not the best place for you based on regulatory, clamping, you can get it from OKEX or even Uniswap or SushiSwap as well, right? So what's my final verdict on this token? I was bullish on this token when I last covered it early this year, and I'm still bullish on this token. I have a decent bag of this token. I'm going to hold on to it. It has performed extremely well. I was lucky to buy it at a decent dip, and now it's still overall cumulatively up. It's not significantly up as it used to be, but now it's kind of like up, but not that up. I will probably buy this token once it kind of like cools down even further, and then by the end of this year or early next year, I'll probably sell half of this token for a good profit, right? So it is a very good token for short-term as well as long-term gains. I think this token can easily reach $250 or even $300 in the upcoming months. By the end of this bull run, I think this token can easily cross the $1,000 mark, making a new all-time highs. In the long term, I can see this token being somewhere between $2,000 to $5,000. It is still a less well-known project overall in the crypto space, but there are some really good possibilities that this token could reach up to $5,000 or even in the lower end $2,000, somewhere in this range in the next 3 to 5 years, right? But by the end of this bull run, I think this token can easily reach $1,000 to $1,500 easily, right? Again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please click the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.